Hello guys, welcome back to the Overline Football channel. Today's video is going to be on CR7 and it is will Manchester United win the Premier League because of Cristiano Ronaldo. So, as you all know already, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. 15 million, is that correct?
Yeah, it's like instalments.
Yeah.
They might pay 2 million like over like 5-year period or something. It's so much stupid. Basically, Juventus were happy to get anything for him, weren't they? He basically gone in and told them, yeah, that's it, I'm off.
Fuck off.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then he just had to find a suitor, and Mendes' job as his agent was to find his suitor. And of course he tied him around a few places before deciding on Manchester United.
Yeah, as you know already, one game in the Premier League, 2 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo, 2 nutmegs as well.
2 games and 3 goals.
Well, yeah, including Champions League one, yeah. Well, Premier League anyway. 1 game, 2 goals, both against Newcastle, which I feel like...
Yeah, at Old Trafford, it was made for him that day.
Yeah.
You know what, I said this on a podcast the other day, is there not a more perfect fixture for him than playing Steve Bruce's Newcastle United at Old Trafford? Was there a more perfect
Norwich.
fixture? I honestly think Norwich would have given him a better game.
Really? What about Arsenal? That would have been more
That's
entertaining.
too far.
Okay, I apologise. So, big Ronnie's now on 86 goals in the Premier League now. Not the 100 club yet. What's your thoughts on that? He's not good enough, is he? Can't get 100 goals at the Premier League.
Yeah, well, he will do, won't he? By probably November. Of course, people forget, like, he spent under a third of his career at Man United. Like, of course, there's this sort of homecoming rubbish that's been blonde about. He spent the majority of his career at Real Madrid, and he spent pretty much, I think he spent a year longer at Juventus than he did at Manchester United. So, you know, he's...
Well, he's at Manchester United here, looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 years at Manchester United. Juventus is up for 3 years. I think Juventus at 3 years he was.
Yeah, sorry, maybe not then.
So he's at 6 years.
He was under a third of his career. He's been at Man United because obviously he was at Sporting for a couple of years before signing for Manchester United, and then he was at Madrid for bloody ages, wasn't he? So yeah, he's you know, you forget that he's not been in Manchester that long really, so that record is still astounding. You take into account what he won while he was there as well, and he wasn't the main man when he was there, was he? You know, of course he turned into one of the best players, but of course at that time you had still, you know, Rooney, Scholes, Giggs, all in their sort of pomp. So
obviously Harry Kane scored I think 24 or 5 goals last season in the Premier League he did, and Ronnie scored 31 in one season back in 2007-2008 as a winger, not a striker either.
The record's Salah in it, 35.
Is it?
I think Ronaldo held the record, didn't he, for a long time?
For a winger or just in general?
In goals in a Premier League season, wasn't it?
I thought Kevin Phillips had the most in one season.
And then Salah broke it in his first season with Liverpool.
There we go. So yeah, he's won 1 Golden Boot as well, which he did in that season. At the moment, he's currently on for scoring 68 goals, which do you reckon that 68 goals, the current thing he's on anyway.
He just well, in terms of his goal scoring record, like you said, he was a winger back then.
Yeah,
he's now going to be playing central striker for United, and he's going to get a lot more opportunity to score goals that are.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about his debut. So obviously, I said he's against Newcastle United, one of the teams you would have rather played in Manchester United as a Manchester United debut, second debut, whatever you want to call it. 4-1 win. Obviously, Newcastle did get 1 goal back from Manquillo. But Ronaldo opened a scoring following a deflection off the Newcastle defender, off Freddie Woodman's shin pad, straight to Ronaldo's foot, 3 yards out. Couldn't ask for a better goal, could you really, for the first goal?
No.
And the second one, Luke Shaw finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo lets rip from out 18 yards out, straight through Freddie Woodman's legs, and it's then 2-1 to Manchester United, and then obviously Bruno and Lingard both score after that. But 2 goals in your debut's not too bad, is it? Considering the amount of pressure that's put on you that game anyway, I'll say that.
It's a fantastic start for him, and it's just the sort of to build the excitement levels around the place. They need a player. I've always thought with United, of course, their business this summer, I think, has obviously been very good. But I was very critical of them buying Ronaldo because Sancho and Varane are signings that Man United needed. Yep. I don't think they needed Ronaldo as much as they needed Sancho and Varane. I think Varane is a more important signing than Ronaldo.
But on that topic then, looking on the bench what they had yesterday in the Champions League game, they didn't have any other forwards on the bench, did they?
Martial
came
Lingard.
On. But Lingard wasn't forward, is he? It's really Martial they have, and obviously Cavani as well.
Yeah, but Rashford's injured. Cavani wasn't available, so there's plenty of options. And look, as long as he's not, I think if I was a United fan, as long as he wasn't, well, they're not going to care, but as long as he's not stunting the growth of Greenwood,
true.
Then I don't think they'd be too bothered. But I just think that United over the last couple of years, and what I've given massive credit for, and especially Solskjaer and the board, is they've worked together to get rid of Deadwood. That was never good enough to play for Man United in the first place.
Obviously, people say there's some Deadwood still there. I won't name any names, but there's some.
Well, yeah, there is.
Some players still there.
Bring through youth talent in the likes of Mason Greenwood. You've seen Alanga come through in the last couple of weeks as well. So there's some exciting news.
Dean Henderson as well, obviously keeper.
Yeah, technically. So yeah, them, and then of course buying young or sort of mid-20s players that were going to be at United for an extended period of time. Not these Alexis Sanchez's
long-term signs. Quick.
It looked like they were going to build something. So United was, but on the other side to that argument, in games for Manchester United, because Man United I think have got a pretty decent top 6 record in terms of playing the top 6.
Well, obviously they got a record last season for the most unbeaten away games in history.
No, it's still there. It's still there. Still
got it, as I'm saying. So they obviously are lost of top 6. I guess.
It's not even just that, but I think the reason United didn't really challenge City last season was because they dropped points in stupid games, and it'd just be like a team would frustrate the hell out of them.
Even that season, Southampton already this season. Southampton didn't create many chances. Man United had quite a few chances, and then all of a sudden, the last half an hour in that game was all Southampton for me in that Southampton Man United game, and they just couldn't grind out Man United. And obviously, they're still unbeaten in a way, if you want to count that as. But
yeah, but he's dropping points in it. So what I'm saying is, in them sort of games when it's like 0-0 in like the 87th minute, and you've got a chance, there's no better person in the world pretty much you'd want it to fall to than Ronaldo. So he could be the difference in them sort of games. But I do think that they kind of. Let's be honest, and this is completely not being biased. This was a signing that wasn't in United's plans. This was a signing that was happening because Man City were going to make the signing, and you can imagine the backlash if he would have signed for City from United fans. The board couldn't have had that, so they've got all their ex-players and all their ex-managers to get on the phone to him and convince him to come to United over it, which is it's bizarre, and it's sort of the role reverse. City used to buy players. The United were touting, now it's the other way around. So, yeah, it just felt to me at the time, of course, he's going to be the difference in big games, and of course, now he's back and it's CR7, it's any sort of logical thinking goes out the window for United fans because it is just their sort of dream signing for them. But, I don't know, maybe he's the difference, and he does look like he's still got it in him to score crucial goals for him. But I'm going to reserve judgment on the signing until he starts making difference in proper games.
Obviously, Manchester United, like we said, they played Newcastle already. Not one of those teams that you think would possibly challenge towards the top of the table. And the next game
Newcastle, of course.
The next game is against West Ham without Mikel Antonio. So that's going to be a little bit easier without him, basically, against West Ham. They're proper challenge. I mean, they've not really got easy fixtures. The next fixtures are Villa, Everton and Leicester. Their next three after West Ham. So they all aren't minnows teams compared to bottom league tables. So it's going to be interesting to see if Ronaldo can really.
They've not really. The thing is, the United's fixture list has felt really weird because it feels like they've got a few games where they look like they're going to pick up maximum points, and then all of a sudden, in a space of 4 weeks, they're playing like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, all the big teams in a short period of time.
Yeah. So
whether that works to the sort of the benefit or the detriment, obviously remains to be seen.
They go as of Saturday, 16th of October, they go Leicester, Liverpool, Spurs, Man City.
Well, there you go.
And that's after, so they play Leicester in their how many games have we done from the league? 4,
yeah.
So that'll be their 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th game of the season, or against like the top 4, like top 6 teams. And obviously by that time there's obviously another international period and that stuff rubbish as well. That's going to come in, but it's going to be very interesting to see whether Ronaldo. Obviously, we know he likes to score against. Like we've told already, like international football, he likes to score against teams like Andorra and Liechtenstein and stuff like that. And obviously, he does. He has got the most international goals in history now. And he's obviously scored 2 goals against Newcastle, which I wouldn't compare Newcastle to Liechtenstein if anyone says anything.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could score 2 against Newcastle. And this is not dissing him. And I'm not trying to say like just because he's scored against Newcastle it's any different. He's quite clearly shown that he's capable of playing for United at this level still. I just want to see what he's like in these crunch fixtures, and if he is the difference that they're claiming he's gonna be.
Yeah.
And obviously that kind of ties back into the title of the video. Is he the one that's going to win them the title? And that is going to be decided in these crunch fixtures against top six. And what I've said there, I think we might have mentioned it on the video a couple of weeks ago, that these top 6 fixtures are more important than ever this year, because look already, that top 4, you've got Chelsea, Liverpool and United all on 10,
Yeah.
City on 9, Tottenham on 9. Of course, I don't think Tottenham will challenge.
Brighton on 9.
Well, and Brighton, of course.
But I think, I won't lie, I do think the top 4 teams in the Premier League this season are the best 4 teams in the world. Not be a bold statement, but I do think, other than PSG,
maybe Bayern Munich,
I think these 4 teams, if they all play in the Champions League, I think they all are actually, bar Man, obviously Man City in the Champions League as well. I think if all 4 of these teams got into the last 16 of the Champions League, I think...
Well, they were the top 4 last season, weren't they?
Yeah, I think all these 4 teams will get in to that, basically the quarter-final of the Champions League. Yeah.
If it falls their way. Yeah.
And I think at the moment English football has got so many good players in it that it's kind of hard. It was... I think Ronaldo's not going to make much of an impact because of how good everyone else is in this league now. Obviously, Lukaku's come in as well. And Lukaku made a massive impact already, but we're kind of forgetting about Lukaku because I think Ronaldo's here.
Well, them, like I said, with them sort of games, it makes getting results, I think, all the more impressive. So, like, when Chelsea hung on to that 1-1 draw at Anfield after having a man sent off, Rhys James, I thought that was massively impressive because, Liverpool win that game is, they overtake them, and I think any sort of gap that any sort of these teams build over the remain in chasing pack, is going to be more important this season than any of the previous seasons.
Yeah.
Like United had a 4 or 5 point gap at one point last season. That was taken. Liverpool were 4 to 6 points clear at Christmas last season.
Really?
Yeah. They went top when they battered Palace. Did you
not
like 7-8-0?
Did you lose in 2021 in the Premier League or not?
City?
Yeah.
We lost to United, didn't we?
Is that it?
So we City went on a run from November until March where we won 21 consecutive games in all comps. And that's how we won the title, because even when United beat us, it closed the gap at the top from like 15 to 12. You know what I mean? So that is the sort of thing I don't think you're going to see unless one of these teams do a sort of run like that, which I can't see because they've got to play these teams head to head. I can see it being very close.
Do you think Manchester United now have the squad depth to really challenge to win, no matter what? Do you think they'll win? Right, sorry. We'll talk about squad depth. So, do you think Man United have a squad depth this season better than they did last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the transfer they made, obviously, they made Ronaldo and Sancho. Sancho's, obviously, people have said, Sancho's not great. He's world-class, Sancho. That's the way out the first few games of the season.
He's not been fantastic, has he? But, he's a young kid and he's coming back into a league that he's never played in before.
Yeah.
And it's just everyone's like quick to judge.
Will
people.
Manchester United win silverware this season? No matter what, it could be FA Cup. They won't win the Carabao Cup. I apologise. It'll be FA Cup, Premier League or Champions League. Do you reckon they will at least win one? If they don't, do you reckon Ollie should be sacked?
They've got to win something. Something, in my opinion. I think there's a bit of double standards with some clubs some clubs, obviously talking from personal experience. I feel like every time City spend that sort of money, you've got to win one of the big 2 trophies or else it's a massive failure.
Right.
But looking at it purely from a Manchester United perspective, it's not just this summer, it's the past 3 summers. Ollie's been backed fully.
Yeah.
Whoever he's wanted, United have gone out and got. I can't think of a target that United have missed out on. Even Sancho, even though they missed out last summer, they've got him this summer. So I can't think of a target that United have missed out on personally.
Centre mid. Yeah, Saul went to Chelsea.
Did they seriously pursue it? I don't think they did.
Well, that's for Man United fans to decide. So we don't know.
Of course. But that is the only thing. But look, do you want a super team that every side has got a weakness? City's obviously at the moment is a striker. City didn't have a striker last season, and they still won the title. They've got a world-class starting 11. I mean, look at the starting 11. De Gea, who reminded us the other night, against Wolves when he made that triple save, or whatever it was, how good he is. Wan-Bissaka, who obviously splits opinion. Luke Shaw, who's world class. You've got a partnership now with Maguire and Varane. The obvious problem is defensive midfield, Fred, but then Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mason Greenwood, and Marcus Rashford, or Jadon Sancho. Yeah, so they've got a world class squad there. They've got people on the bench that are equally as effective. they've got it's not the players anymore. Although the players might not perform, it's all it. And I think last night, as we recorded, when they lost to Young Boys, of course, Wan-Bissaka got sent off. Ollie showed, I think, a bit of tactical. He wasn't tactical enough as. I don't know the right phrase. Yeah, no tactical nous. Yeah, to sort of shut the game out. I think in previous, perfect example we've just mentioned. Chelsea got sent off. Tuchel knew how to manage and see that game out. That's the difference between a world-class coach.
Well, when Wan-Bissaka got sent off, obviously Man United only had 2 shots in the game against Young Boys on Tuesday night, and when Wan-Bissaka sent off, Man United didn't have another shot in the game. Obviously, Ronaldo went clean through and all those chances, but obviously went down the box, didn't he? Obviously, that wasn't a shot, but Man United only had 2 shots against obviously Young Boys, and looking at the group they have, Manchester United, Villarreal obviously did them in the Europa League final last season.
Yeah.
Atlanta aren't a very easy side to beat, as we know already. They obviously Ronaldo was in Serie A last season, and with Juventus and Inter Milan, AC Milan, they're on the Champions League as well, I believe. Yeah. Obviously, Atlanta was still in there as well, so they prove how the word I'm trying to say is they've got the Champions League the past couple of seasons in a row, so very consistent.
Experience.
All that'll do. It's very consistent is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be an easy team to crack. And in that Champions League group for me now, because they didn't win that first game, it's going to be a lot harder. And obviously not Old Trafford completely different, just Young Boys away, I know that. And now Wan-Bissaka's obviously not in the squad now as well because he's been sent off.
It's a bad result, it's not a disastrous result. It's still got enough to win.
I do think they've made it's going to be awkward. I think I've seen as well also Cristiano Ronaldo never played in the Europa League before, so it'll be if United do finish third again in the group, which for me would be a failure.
He'd be sad, surely. Well, look, he got a new contract, didn't he, in the summer?
How long is that for? Do you know?
I don't know. I can't remember. No. He got a new contract, but and I understand some United fans' perspective of this. Look, if Solskjaer left tomorrow, he's left Manchester United in a better position than any of the previous 3 managers have. Like he has, because, like I said before, he's got rid of Deadwood.
But every previous managers, David Moyes didn't win anything. Van Gaal won an FA Cup, and then got sacked.
Yeah, I know, but I think the recruitment.
I know what you're saying about that. Yeah,
they're better set up to win things, but I just don't think he's the one to win things. I just think that they've got to take advantage of the squad and the talent they've got in the squad now. Look, there's rumours that Pogba's going to be extending now, and I know he's a bit hit or miss, but when he's on it, I mean, he's had 7 assists in the first 4 Premier League games.
Well, Harry Kane got 12 last season. He got the most assists last season at 12, and
the record is 20 with De Bruyne and Henry. So look, if he keeps that up, he'd smash that. So look, there's just a pure quality. Fernandes, world class. Rashford, when he's on his day, he's class. We've seen how good Sancho's been in the Bundesliga.
Greenwood possibly the best finisher in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I say that.
Possibly up there now. Honestly, God, yeah, he is. So, look, they've got to win the title. They've just
the title.
They've got to win a title.
Yeah.
I don't even think a domestic cup's enough. I think they've got to win one of the big 2.
So, do you reckon if they fail to beat Villarreal Atlanta in their next game,
oh God,
they may not qualify for the knockout stages?
What score was the other result? It was 2-2 on it.
There you go then.
I think it's 2-2. No, I still think they do. I still think they go through. I think they win all 3 at Old Trafford, and that'd be 9 points. Yeah. So I think that'd at least get them second.
Okay.
Away in. Well, yeah. Well, saying that, yeah. To be fair, they'll be at home next game.
Yeah.
If they lose at home, then obviously they're in massive danger. But
let's not talk about that. Obviously, Ronaldo. You said already.
But yeah, the main point of this video is just to kind of give our thoughts on, first of all, the Ronaldo transfer in general, because of course it's a fantastic signing for United no matter how you
and for the Premier League in general as well.
Yeah,
English football.
It was a no-brainer signing for him when he became available. But looking at, we don't want to look at purely through this media prism of it being a fantastic signing for the league. We wanted to look at it and just go, look, is he good enough now to win him the big games? Of course, it remains to be seen. But of course,
he scored in every game he's been in so far.
With that signing, I think there's not much more the Man United board hierarchy can give him to succeed the manager. And if he doesn't succeed now, then I think they'll start to think, look, we need a more talented coach in to take this talented group and win major silverware.
So before we finish the video, what will Manchester United win this season? Prediction. Not the Carabao. I want to win that, obviously.
Well, at the start of the season, I had them for the FA Cup.
Well, you said Man United win the league. No, you don't. You said Man United finish second. We both predicted Chelsea. We've got to check our video.
I had Chelsea
win the Premier League.
I had Chelsea winning the Prem. I had City winning the Carabao Cup. I said United for the FA Cup, but it's just luck of the draw. Like he really is. So, but I think even with an FA Cup, I think he'd keep his job if he won the FA Cup. By the way,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good enough season. I think if he wins with any type of silverware this season, they will say, well, look, it's progress. At least he's won something. He's got to the final and now he's won something. But he's not winning money they've spent, mate. And I get their argument about DM, and obviously Freddie's just funny to watch. But you know, one player in a team, like with 10 world-class players around him, he's not incompetent. He's still, you know, Pep Guardiola wanted Fred at one point. So look, I just think it's an excuse if United don't win anything and they blame it on not having a central defensive midfielder. There's enough talent in that squad to win pretty much against any team in the world. So I think if he don't win anything, especially with Ronaldo there this season, it'll fall with the manager.
I don't know. We'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
See ya.